Big story of the day, the parliamentary probe into the cash for query scandal has begun. The TMC MP Mahua Moitra faces some serious charges of sharing her parliamentary login ID with industrialist Darshan Hiranandani to ask questions targeting the Adani group. Now, as per Hiranandani's affidavit to the parliament, Mahua wanted to target the Prime Minister with repeated barbs on Adani. However, the entire matter came to light after a lawyer, Jai Anant Dehadrai, submitted a complaint to the Lok Sabha Speaker and to the CBI on the 15th of October. Today, the advocate as well as the BJP MP Nishikant Dubey testified before the Lok Sabha Ethics Committee. The panel has now decided to summon the TMC MP Mahua Moitra on the 31st of October at 11 a.m. The panel has also written to the Home Ministry citing concerns regarding national security. The panel has also sought details of conversations between Mahua Moitra and Darshan Hiranandani from the IT Ministry.
देखिए, विषय गंभीर है। उस विषय की गंभीरता के प्रकरण का सभी सदस्यों ने अपनी बात कही और वहाँ पे ये सर्वसम्मति से एक निर्णय हुआ कि 31 तारीख को 11 बजे महुआ मित्रा जी को सम्मन किया जा रहा है कि 31 तारीख को आए और अपनी बात कहें। जो विषय उठा है नेशनल सिक्योरिटी का और दूसरा जो लोगों को कन्वर्सेशन हुए हैं, ठीक है, इन दोनों विषय को लेके आईटी मंत्रालय को और गृह मंत्रालय को दोनों को चिट्ठी भेजी गई है और इनका विवरण उपलब्ध कराने भी कहा गया है।
Breaking updates coming in. Times Now has learnt that the Lok Sabha Ethics Committee has written to the Ministry of External Affairs for evidence that has been given in the affidavit that has been filed by industrialist Darshan Hiranandani. So more trouble likely for Mahua Moitra. Let's go across to my colleague Mohit Bhatt, who's joining us on the broadcast with the details. Mohit, the Lok Sabha Ethics Committee is also said to have written to the MEA. Details also being sought from the MHA, which means that there's trouble mounting for Mahua Moitra. Take us through the details.
Well, you see why exactly MEA is being brought in the picture, given the fact that how Darshan Hiranandani stays in Dubai, and we know that how the BJP has been saying this, that the Dubai angle should be probed. Now, for the benefit of viewers, what exactly is the Dubai link? Now, the BJP MP Nishikant Dubey claims, and he has also written in that particular letter to the Lok Sabha Speaker, that while Mahua Moitra was in the country, was in India, she shared her login credentials, MP login credentials with a business group, and the questions that were posted from her behalf were posted by somebody who accessed that account in Dubai while she was back here in India. So this is a serious charge, the BJP says, and hence it should also be probed. Now the BJP also says that it's a matter of internal security, given the fact that MP's login credentials are with somebody else who is not a member of parliament, and while that MP is in India, the account was logged in from Dubai. So this is the charge that is coming in, and for the investigation, every single agency will be roped in by the Ethics Committee, because given the fact that how the matter has gone to the Lok Sabha Speaker and Lok Sabha Speaker has sent it to the Ethics Committee, it's upon purview completely of the Ethics Committee that what decision they will be taking, what all agencies they will be talking to, what all the agencies they will be writing to, and what all the information they will be seeking from all these agencies. Hence, the Ministry of External Affairs also comes in picture. Now, we also know for a fact that how today the first meeting of the Ethics Committee took place. Today, Jai Anant Dehadrai, the lawyer whose investigation and evidence has been quoted by Nishikant Dubey in the letter that he has written to the Lok Sabha Speaker regarding cash for query and allegations on Mahua Moitra, deposed before the Ethics Committee. Okay. He was there for around 50 to 60 minutes. Now, after him, Nishikant Dubey also recorded his oral evidence in front of the Ethics Committee, and then the Ethics Committee has also called Mahua Moitra on 31st of October to in front of the Ethics Committee, and her statement will be...
At around 11, Mahua Moitra will also be appearing with the Ethics Committee. Mohit, for the moment, thank you for joining us with those details. Let's tell our viewers what happened when the lawyer, Jai Anant Dehadrai, and the BJP MP Nishikant Dubey had testified today. First, it was a lawyer who was examined by the Ethics Committee, followed by the BJP MP Nishikant Dubey, who also complained to the Lok Sabha Speaker. Sources revealed that there was high drama during Dehadrai's deposition. First, he spoke for half an hour about the claims that he has made against Mahua Moitra. Then there were some arguments between the committee members. He was then called back again and cross-examined thoroughly.
It's a matter of ethics committee. So what exactly happened? All the questions were asked, and how long the meeting? How long did the meeting go?
Very respectfully, I have no comment to make.
Okay.
And I think there's a legal system. I trust the legal system. I'm a lawyer myself, and I'm sure the truth will come out. That's all I have to say.
Now, the BJP MP Nishikant Dubey has also deposed before the panel earlier today, and he said that the panel was concerned about the allegations and he will continue to face the panel again if required. Also, he spoke to Times Now and said that two of the opposition MPs in the panel had requested him to let go of the matter, but he refused to do so.
निशिकांत सर, आज आप गए, आप जय के साथ वापस आए हैं, जय का एविडेंस ही आपने कोर्ट किया है। क्या रहा आज की मीटिंग में? जो जो सवाल पूछे गए सबके जवाब हो गए हैं, क्या रहेगा आगे? थोड़ा अगर बताएं आप।
सबका जवाब हमने दे दिया है, प्रॉपर हमने जवाब दे दिया है। और कमेटी जो भी जब हम लोगों को बुलाएगी हम लोग जाएंगे।
कमेटी ने ये माना है कि मामला जो है बहुत गंभीर है, इसकी सघनता से जांच
लगा
जी।
कमेटी के चीजों से लगा कि कमेटी के सारे मेंबर जो है मुझसे ज्यादा चिंतित।
अच्छा, जिस प्रकार से पर्सनल वेंडेटा का आरोप महुआ मोइत्रा लगा रही हैं, उस पे क्या कहेंगे? वो कह रही हैं कि सिर्फ क्योंकि उन्होंने आप पे सवाल उठाया, अदानी के ऊपर सवाल उठाया, सरकार पे सवाल उठाया,
इसलिए क्या सवाल जी? मैं कोई विषय नहीं है, मैं और जय कोई विषय नहीं है जी। मैं और जय क्या विषय? जय ने जो बातें कही उसको हीरानंदानी ने जिस तरह से एंडोर्स किया है तो विषय नहीं रहा।
टाइम्स नाउ पे भी हीरानंदानी ने यही बात कही थी, उन्होंने यही कहा था,
इसीलिए ना कोई विषय नहीं।
In fact, we now understand that demands have also been made for Mahua Moitra to step down until the investigation is over. Let's open this up. Gargi Nandi, Roy, political analyst, and Tehseen Poonawalla, political analyst, joining us on the broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us. Tehseen, what do you have to say about the developments that took place today and the demands that until the charge against Mahua Moitra continues, until proven innocent, she should perhaps step down or she should be disqualified?
Rubbish. In our legal jurisprudence, you're innocent until proven guilty. Vibhushan Sharan Singh, who the Delhi police has said was molesting women, and I quote the Delhi police, when they went to ask him for protein, the kind of actions he did and how he was molesting. Did he step down? Did Ajay Mishra Teni step down when his son mowed farmers? And I tweeted the video. And of course, the Navika ji took it up. So please, the BJP has no right to talk about morality. The BJP is the most immoral party in our country. But let's understand some facts. That Mahua Moitra needs to answer very serious charges, there is no doubt about it. That it is terrible that she gave her login ID, if she has, to somebody abroad, and that can be hacked by a private person. But today, while Mahua will answer her charges, suddenly this lawyer, ex-boyfriend of hers, and this Hiranandani nationalist are looking as two people who are smelling of roses. One was her boyfriend, while his girlfriend apparently at that time was taking illegal gifts and was indulging in illegal activities. Was he sleeping? That he did not know that she was doing this, and he did not find it duty bound to make a complaint. And as for Hiranandani, who's dominated and is one submissive person, this submissive Hiranandani had no brains of his own, that he cannot indulge in something illegal. Just because he got dominated by Mahua Moitra.
But maybe he didn't speak up then, but has decided to speak up now. Whatever the reasons may be, whether it's born out of personal vendetta or not, the charge is extremely grave, and that's the question that we're talking about. Gargi Nandi, do you agree with that? That the BJP should not be taking it up because it's a personal matter? This is somebody who was known to Mahua Moitra before. Why was it not spoken of before?
I'm on your show. I have not finished speaking. Don't cut me off.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
Because it's not a personal matter.
Don't do this.
It is
Let's
a
have a
matter.
very civil debate.
Okay.
Okay, Tehseen, go ahead. But, I just want to point out that this is, you mentioning that, the point that whether it should have been spoken of now or not, that aside, do you think the charges against her are grave or not? Go ahead.
Okay, 1 second. Right. You asked me a question, then allow me to rebut. What happens is, perceptionally, when you make a very smart comment and move on to the next panelist, it appears
okay, go ahead. I'll give you all the time. Just go ahead.
Thank you. I'll give all the time. Let Gargi speak.
Please, yeah.
I started my submission to you by saying Mahua has to answer very severe charges. Very severe. But in criminal jurisprudence, as in morality and legality, you suddenly one day cannot become moral. You are either pregnant or not pregnant. You can't be half pregnant. If his girlfriend was taking illegal gratification or submissive Hiranandani was being dominated, you suddenly today can't get up and say, oh, my morality is woken up. Were you a child in kindergarten that you did not know that entering into a parliamentary system or giving illegal gifts is illegal? That's the point. I am not defending Mahua. I'm asking questions of the two nationalists today who are masquerading as nationalists, one masquerading with a member of parliament. That is the point that I'm making.
Okay,
Sorry,
but,
Gargi.
But again, it comes back to that. It does not dilute the charge against Mahua Moitra, and that's what we're speaking about. Whether it's born out of political vendetta that is coming out now because of personal reasons, that aside. Gargi?
Yeah, that is the question. The charges are very severe, right? See, if a murder has happened 5 years back and somebody is charging now, do you think that the murder did not happen? The crime was not committed. So same thing, same analogy can be applied here. If she has given a login ID, which is a criminal offense, and let us see the precedents. She in the process, I think, will be expelled. See, if you see in history of Indian democracy, 1951, your MP H.G. Mudgal, he was forced to resign for the same cash for query. Okay, it was the provisional parliament on September 24, 1951. And then we have the 2005, where the sting operation, where all 11 MPs were expelled, 10 from Lok Sabha and 1 from Rajya Sabha. One was also from Congress, I know, because Tehseen will say 6 were from BJP. Even BJP MPs were expelled. And here the charge is more severe because not only that she has got gifts and luxurious items or cash, whatever, she has given her login ID and password. So she endangered the security of the country. She is in so many standing committees. So imagine her crime is much more severe than whatever examples from the past we have. So already cash for query is there and also endangering the security of the country. So Mahua, in the process, obviously the ethics committee will follow its procedure. Then it will go to the speaker. Then they can ask the CBI to probe and all, everything. What Tehseen is saying, whether Jai is not guilty or not, Darshan Hiranandani is guilty or not, because she gave her the gifts and all, that can be investigated. And if they deserve to be punished, that can be decided later. But at the point when you're talking about Mahua, and what appalls me is nobody is coming from TMC. Why Tehseen you have to defend? See, the TMC leadership is conspicuous by their silence. They have distanced themselves because of all 61 questions. Mahua, I think, hardly had 2-3 questions for a constituency. And all the questions, if you see
Tehseen, very quickly respond to that. Why is the TMC also silent on this?
I agree with what my friend Gargi, and I agree with you. These are fantastic questions. And, TMC's silence speaks more than its action. Sometimes in politics, silence speaks more than words. So I completely concede to that point. I also concede to the point, which I'm again repeating, that Mahua has severe questions to answer by giving your login ID to anybody, and we know that the next wars are not going to be conventional wars, they're going to be cyber wars or space wars. You cannot give your a parliamentary login ID because any foreign country can take advantage of submissive Hiranandani and then corrupt your system. So I'm completely for that. I'm not defending Mahua. I also concede to the point that she has to answer questions.
Okay.
I have 2 points to make. One, this going to the ethics committee, quite frankly, means nothing because the ethics committee can recommend something to parliament. Parliament may suspend her. There is no criminality. The criminality is very severe. You have to understand what I'm saying. If what Gargi is saying is a criminal offense, a quid pro quo, that is not happening. Now, if there is a quid pro quo, you cannot one day be involved in a murder. Next day, your conscience gets up when you commit the murder and say, oh, now because my conscience has woken up, somebody else is a murderer. It doesn't work like that. 2 men in this situation, 2 protagonists are equally involved. They suddenly cannot develop a conscience. They can turn approvers, but they are as guilty as Mahua Moitra in this case.
Okay, you're saying they may be equally guilty, but that still does not give a clean sheet to Mahua Moitra. Today, of course, being the first chapter of it, and Mahua Moitra has now been summoned on the 31st of October, so we will continue to track the updates on that. We'll have to leave it at that. Thank you, Tehseen and Gargi Nandi for joining us on the broadcast. Quick break now.